Good morning, children. Last class we have studied up to addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of numbers. Next we are moving to some word problems. See, the problems are given to you. 13th question. There are 4 sub questions to you. So read the question carefully, write the steps one by one, then write the answer also. In first question, they told you that there is Anil who got how much rupees from his father? 9,000 rupees. His father gave him 9,000 rupees for buying books. But what did he do? He spent rupees 4,565 for books, and along with books, he spent 1,232 for what? For buying CDs. So these two are the two things he bought actually. Okay, he got 9,000 rupees. He went to a store and he bought some books for this much rupees and some CDs for 1,232. So first we have to find out how much rupees he spent for these two items. So these two items means together we have to add these two and we will have an answer 5,797. Okay, but they asked you what is the amount of money left with him. Now how much amount he has. So what we do to find the balance? Total amount 9,000. From 9,000 how much he spent? 5,797 he spent actually. So what do we do to find out the balance? To find the balance from the total, that is 9,000, we have to subtract the amount that he spent. When we are subtracting, 0 minus 7 not possible. So teacher told you to carry over from the next digit. So start from here. It becomes 8. This number becomes 9. Again 9. And last becomes 10. So 10 minus 7. 3. 9 minus 9. 0. 9 minus 7. 2. 8 minus 5. 3. So how much rupees left with him? Rupees 3,203. Okay. Next, let us move to B question. 13th question, B. Sub question, B. And in this question, they told you, already we have seen several toffees that are filled in jars in different shops. Have you seen? Yes, we have. We already saw these things. Okay. So, in this question, what they told you is, there are, when you consider the jars, we can see that number of toffees in one jar. Number of toffees in one jar equal to how much? 325. And how many jars are there total? 13 jars are. 13 jars are there. One jar having 325 toffees. So how do you calculate the number of toffees in 13 jars? For example, suppose a pen having 10 rupees. A pen having 10 rupees. Then how do you calculate the value of 13 pens? One pen having rupees 10. So how do you calculate for 13 pens? 13 into 10 we need to multiply. Same method we have to do it here also. That is, in order to get the total number of toffees, what we are doing is, we are multiplying 325 into 13. 325 into 13. Last class we have already studied multiplication. So, answer it yourself. Okay, you know how to answer it. And this is the last answer. Okay, clear? Next, let us go through C. In question number C, what they are telling is, there are 242 sport players. There are, how many players are there? 242 players are there. And we decided to make them teams. Teams already it's understood to you. In school itself, when you are playing football or doing some other things, you are forming groups or you are forming teams. And here they are planning to form a team or a group of how many players required in a group? 11 players are required in a group. So our question is, then what will be the number of groups or number of teams? How many students are there? 242. How many teams are required? We don't know. But we know the number of players. In one group, how many players required? 11 players are required to us. So what we do? We are reducing. 242 is reducing into small groups. So we need a reduction. Okay, we need a reduction, not increase. We need a reduction in students. We are reducing them into small groups. Each group having 11 students, isn't it? So in case of reduction, or we are making dividing them. Yes, there is a word. We are dividing them into small groups. So what we do to find out the number of teams? Surely it is division. We are dividing them. 242 by 11. Already it's understood to you. Anyway, it is a 2-digit number. So teacher will do it on your right side. 242 is the given number. We are going to divide it by 11. So you have to take, this is 2-digit number. So you take 2 digits at a time. That is our 24. In 24, how many 11s are there? It's very clear. 2 11s are there. 2 11s will give 22 for us. Now subtract 4 minus 2, 2. This will give you 0. Either you write 0 or leave it. Now bring down our last 2 down. So again the number become 22. So how many 2s are there? Sorry, how many 11s are there? 2 11s are there. 22. Answer 0. Remainder is 0 now. So we can stop the process and our answer is 22. Clear? Next we are moving to question number D. In question number D, they told us that there are how many students in a school? 547 students are there. So when for charity or some other purpose, usually we are collecting some money from the students, isn't it? Already you have paid it, isn't it? So, but here the school told you that you have to pay how much rupees? 50 rupees needed. So one student means 50 rupees. If there are 2 students, how many rupees needed? 100. If there are 3, 150 and so on, isn't it? Similarly, here 547 students are there. And how many rupees they need to contribute? 50 rupees need to contribute. So total amount is very easy. 547 into 50. Multiplication of 2-digit number you have studied. So try yourself and get the answer in this box. Okay. Now let us move to 14th question. See the question. Write the fractions for the shaded parts. What is meant by fraction? What is a fraction? Part of a whole. When we cut something into small parts, each part is represented using fraction. Fraction means which form? P by Q form. P by Q form. That P by Q form in which P is called what? They are called, P and Q are called terms. P and Q are called terms of the fraction, or we can say that this is the numerator and this is the denominator. You don't worry about it. You just get the idea only. Fraction. Fraction is of the form P by Q. Isn't it? So in question, they have given some pictures and they have divided that pictures into small parts. And some of the parts has been shaded actually. We need to write fractions for the shaded part. For example, here is a hexagon. Hexagon means 6-sided figure. How many sides are there? 6 sides are. So 6-sided figure are called hexagons. Leave it. Name and all, leave it. Figure is given. And it is divided into small. Any part is not possible. Will you agree? Suppose your mother is taking an apple and dividing into 2 pieces. One piece is big, one piece is small. Will you agree? No, you won't agree. Okay. Because you will agree only when your mother is dividing it into two equal pieces. Okay. Otherwise, when the other piece is given to your brother or sister, will you agree? No. You will agree only when both the pieces are of same size and shape. Isn't it? Same way, when we are dividing or a picture or whatever things into fractions, should be equal pieces. Then you will ask, see teacher's figure, according to teacher's figure, the pieces are not equal, no? No, not equal. Why? Because teacher has drawn a rough sketch. What you have to do? You have to use your scale and pencil to draw the same. Okay. So let us see this one. First what you have to count? How many pieces are there? How many pieces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Above also 6 total. 12 parts are there. Total how many parts? 12 are there. Out of 12, how many of them are colored? Shaded. How many are shaded? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are shaded. So what we have to write? The small number on the top and the whole number below. How much coming? 5 by 12. Similarly, see this is somewhat a flower shape. How many petals are there? Total 5 petals are there. Out of 5, how many of them are shaded or colored? Red colored? 3 petals are. So 3 by 5. Don't write 12 by 5. 12 by 5 is wrong. It is not a fraction. Okay. Part is required. That's why 3 by 5 is correct answer. Don't write 5 by 3. That is wrong. And question number A is answered to you. Okay. In question itself they have answered to you. What you have to do homework? Question number B. Because this is D and this is C. Okay.